Well, tomorrow is World Mental Health Day, and today we're highlighting some of the problems that foster youth are facing.
And joining us now is Tonya, the CEO of Promises to Kids, a nonprofit that provides services to foster youth who are struggling with mental health issues. Tonya, thanks so much for being here. Welcome in.
Yes, thanks for having us. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Let's talk about how big an issue mental health is, especially in foster kids or kids at large, but you know, especially foster kids who are dealing with a lot more things than most kids are.
Yeah, so because of the trauma that foster children have experienced prior to coming to care and while they're healing, there's about 80% likelihood that foster children will experience a mental health challenge. Usually it's post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, and so it's really critical that we're able to get resources to those young people to address those issues.
Well, talk to us about Promise to Kids and some of the programs that you offer to kind of get in front of all of this.
Yeah, so Promises to Kids has been around almost 43 years, and we've been supporting children from birth all the way into adulthood, making sure that they have the resources like mental health therapy that they need to overcome their trauma and then develop into healthy, successful adults. So one of those is last year we started our mental health program by hiring 2 therapists to provide individual counseling, therapy, group, wellness focus to make sure that there's a venue to discuss, normalize mental health, and then also provide treatment to heal.
Yeah, interesting talking about normalizing it, because we were just talking about a couple minutes ago before we came into the segment about how mental health really in the last few years has become something much less taboo, something we can openly talk about versus physical wounds that we often have talked about. There are mental wounds that we don't talk about. So how has that opened things up?
And that we don't see.
Yeah, I'm really glad that it has been opened up and that people now are acknowledging that no matter who you are, where you come from, or what you've experienced, oftentimes mental health does enter your life or your family's life in some way. And so I think normalizing that and being open to talking about not only your own struggles, but struggles with folks that you know, have really opened up the opportunity for people to seek help. And I think that's what's important.
You do have a few programs at the Polinsky Center. You've got the Pet Encounter, Camp Connect, and you've got foster funds. What are those? Talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, so Promises to Kids provides several different programs like those you mentioned. Our largest is Guardian Scholars Program, which is really taking those young people from foster care into adulthood. And that's where we see the biggest need of challenges around these teenagers or around as you're leaving care, you know, I'm all by myself. And that's really where we're connecting on the mental health. Our Camp Connect program is looking at brothers and sisters who come into foster care, maybe together, and once they enter, being placed by the county in different families, different homes. So really trying to address that loss and keep those relationships connected so that they can have at least somebody who knows who they are and where they came from and have that family support.
Much of our discussion has been about what's needed. How about the results? Can you talk to us a little bit about what comes out of programs like this and what kind of success rates do you have when it comes to helping the mental health of these kids who are in really tough situations?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen children go from having suicidal thoughts and ideations to seeking treatment and being in a place where they've crossed over to a side where they're now safe. They're able to talk about their issues. They're able to, through therapeutic groups and through individual, realize they're not alone and form relationships so that they're no longer in that crisis space and they're able to move on.
Is that what success looks like, is just having them be active in their own treatment and care?
It is. You know, success is understanding that mental health can be a lifelong process. It doesn't have to be something that you feel 100% all the time, but it is something that you know you have resources and that you are in a place where you feel generally happy, safe, and connected.
How can the public help, the viewers out there? Are there possibilities for fundraising?
Absolutely. So we are almost 100% privately funded, and so we rely on individual donations and corporate sponsorship. So on our website at promisestokids.org, you can always make a gift. You can also support us through the holidays with our holiday gift drive, and really just in society in general, being able to say that and continue to normalize mental health and not be afraid to talk about it or to bring it up to somebody who you know is struggling.
Yeah, these kids really need our support for sure, yes. Tonya. Here's some of the information about how to contact Promises to Kids. The address and phone number are on your screen. You can see it right there for the information on the programs that they do offer, their upcoming events, and even how to donate. Their website is promisestokids.org. We've also posted a link at fox5sandiego.com. Just click on the Scene on Fox 5 tab if you'd like to learn more. Tonya, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thanks, Tonya.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.